In the Source Speaks transmission, I am asking for more guidance and understanding for the power and courage it takes to live in joy, to follow one's desires, and to allow for the beauty and perfection of this life and world to come shining through. I noticed after having a perfect day, a beautiful day, literally just enjoying the pristine, magnificent beauty of Maui, that my mind was ready to contract or grasping and bracing for the other shoe to drop, so to speak. And I also noticed that when there is a strong desire in the field, and then there's a contraction that comes in, there's a belief system that is being challenged by that desire. And I'm asking Source to show me the way, communing with my higher self and dropping into the deeper wisdom of the higher states of consciousness to explore these teachings and share these transmissions in hopes that they will serve the whole, and all of those that listen will benefit greatly, awakening their own connection to the sourcial self, their own higher wisdom of being. And I always start by aligning the body field with the breath and opening up the portals to receive guidance. Knowing the body temple is the antenna, the channel where information, the energy paths open, and the wisdom flows through. Letting it feel good to just take this sacred pause and this time to connect more deeply to the self. Understanding the deeper knowledge and gifts that can come through by simply quieting the mind, changing the state, and getting truly present. This present moment awareness is the access point. Tuning in to the pillar of light, the central pathway, this column of energy that can connect up to the heavens and down to the center of the earth simultaneously. Opening up the superhighway for spiraling golden, electric blue, liquid rainbow light plasma to pour in. The whole body gets energized and soothed and calmed at the same time. Settling into your sit bones, lifting the crown of the head, opening the heart, finding the breath, meeting the center of the chest and expanding into the body of light, the spherical energy. Breathing in and letting the body field pulse, blow up like a balloon. And then exhale, squeeze it all out, let go of anything that's blocking, no longer serving. Surrender it up. Inviting more source, self, spirit, higher being to come in, making room to embody the soul essence even more. Calling it in. Shooting your grounding rod deep, deep down into the center of the earth, instantaneously traveling through the thousands upon thousands of miles to reach the crystalline core. Feeling good to plug in, standing on the charging plate, the pure, powerful essence, soul seed, merging with the heart of the earth. Tuning in to the consciousness grids, communing with all the elementals, all of life's creatures, consciousness beings. Tuning to the magnetic poles and the electromagnetic field, the body field of the earth. Integrating the hollow spheres. Aligning the fields. Opening up the pineal, the master cell, a higher mind, stay grounded, present, and connected. As your silver cord shoots up to the heavens, calling to the Radiant One, pure source, creator of all that is, divine self. Instantaneously through all the layers, planes, spaces, and times. Through the portal of our solar sun to the galactic sun, to the center of the universe and beyond. Heading home to the original soul seed. In this place where everything exists simultaneously, eternal, infinite, blend with the sea of consciousness. Call upon your family of light, soul family, quantum family, embodied family. Tune in to your guides, ascended masters. Communicate directly to your source self. In this place, any and all questions are answered, solutions are given, problems are solved. Deeper understanding, higher perspective is gained. And we are here to rebalance the belief systems, the programs that have been spoon-fed, downloaded unconsciously as we enter more maturity in our wisdom years. We become selective sifters and take more charge and awareness of what we are buying into with our attention and intention. And yet at the same time, there's a deeper understanding of this spirit plane, the energetic being, and more is needed to be surrendered up in the complexity. And with all the moving pieces, the mind is not capable of managing all that and being happy at the same time. It's easy to hit overwhelm and overload in this world right now. But we do have this choice and power over what we give our attention to. Everything else can be given up to the universal manager. All is being orchestrated on our behalf. And what we do give attention to, do it with more soul, source, higher self-presence. The insights, ideas, inspiration, innovation, they all come from this higher place that's pulsing through us as we become a clear channel, receiving and transmitting signals. That is what the body-mind connection is for. The body-mind-spirit connection is essential to understand, to know our place, the deeper meaning of our purpose and reason for being here. We are not here to hammer things into place. We're not needed for that. We are here to make manifest the glory of our being. The glory of our being, not necessarily our doing. Yet doing can come from inspired action. These are all things you already know, and it's just a sweet reminder to put it all together like puzzle pieces, creating a greater picture, seeing all the connections. This business of enjoying life more, your joy of being, J-O-B, joy of being. That is your true job. And yet every single conditioning that is coming from the fear-based reality, testing your ability to sift through the contrast, contradicts this simple knowing and deeper desire. Following one's desires, heart's desires, impulses from higher self is the path of mastery when all of the outer circumstances are pushing against one's programming. Every belief system will be challenged to sift through and sort out what is true, what is yours, and what has been adopted, passed down generationally, unconsciously taken on as truth. Be willing to choose your own path, your own way. Keep what is real and what is right for you. It's okay to pick and choose amongst what others believe is true. It takes a strong, fierce vigilance, source force, courageous heart to go against the grain when society has set up certain structures of compliance, obedience, tolerance, roles. These are all set in place to have society run smoothly, and yet they have set up limitation. No one thinks on their own anymore when they accept the spoon-fed reality that they are given. Who makes these rules? Who's in charge? And what is their agenda? Following someone else's desire will never lead to deep satisfaction. It is only through carving one's own path that the spirit can awaken and experience reality fully. It is what you came here for. You are an explorer, an adventurer, sifting through all the versions of reality simultaneously. You are here to make manifest the glory of your being, the magnificence of who you are, eagerly wants to shine through, and allowing yourself to play, explore, be present, invites more creativity, curiosity, inspiration, innovation. Once something is mastered, it is natural to move on and challenge oneself in new arenas, new areas. Trust your yes and your no. Trust your feelings and emotions, your gut instincts. They're all here to guide you. There is a need to free oneself, to deeply listen, to be clear and open, since there are many signals jamming the circuits if you're listening and following the beat of the outer world. Unplugging from society is sometimes necessary to have a reset. Give yourself this downtime, the recalibration in the inner terrain is necessary to walk a new path. The grooves of belief systems and programs run deep. Question them all without pushing against or getting into a mental tailspin. Just notice lightly, freely, playfully, curiously. And enjoy life even more. For God's sakes, allow yourself to enjoy the preciousness even more. There's so much beauty in this world. Go out and swim in it, bask in it. Play in nature. Try new things. Each area, each culture, going to different places expands the field, stretches the mind. And allows for new experiences, new interactions, appreciation of different lifestyles and cultures, habits and ways. It gives rise to change since we have the comparison, the reference point to question our own. And it's okay to keep what is working, selectively sift, release what is no longer serving, cherish what is true and what is serving and aligned to your path and purpose, allowing each person to live in their own version of reality. We are all truly in our own world, all interfacing, interacting, interplaying at times, but millions and billions of holograms in their own slices of time. No one can choose for you or take energy without your permission. You are unconsciously saying yes to all kinds of things that are detrimental to your well-being. Serve your body, serve your health, mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. There are many aspects of the self that have been neglected for far too long, limiting one's experience, withholding the joy, love, peace, and freedom that you truly desire. Be more generous with yourself. Be more willing to love the way you've always wanted to be loved. The kind of love that is inherent within your heart. Do not wait for anyone on the outside to give you what it is that you need. This goes against natural law, as we are here to grow within our own spirit. Connecting and asking for help and assisting one another is a beautiful gift of giving. And remember to look within for the strength, power, and wisdom that is your birthright. Know that you are cared for and loved from the higher realms to such a vast degree that there are no words that could possibly describe this feeling. Open to experiencing it even more. Open to presence even more. No matter what the distraction, enjoy the opportunity to focus yourself into presence whenever there is an external force that is enveloping your senses. Make it your mastery to get back in touch and in tune with this higher part of yourself that is calling for full embodiment. Let it feel good to challenge yourself back into presence. Taking back the reins of your attention and intention by focusing the mind, directing the thoughts, basking and playing in the enjoyment more, choosing the thoughts that feel good, that uplift the spirit and bring joy. Know that that is your birthright, is to choose in this free will zone. There are many, many externalized pressures that will constantly be pulling and feeding on your energy, your attention. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Remember that. And the choice is always yours. This is the path of empowerment. This is what you came here for. You can truly bring out the absolute best or absolute worst in any situation. You can make the best of any situation. We are here to play the game of existence. Playing within this time-space continuum builds the strength and character for the maturity of your being, the expansion of the multiverse. Whatever comes in is serving, beyond the right or wrongness. There is an alchemy that exists when spirit is transmuted and transformed through the life experiences. The mind will always have trouble grasping, and this can seem hard to believe from a limited vantage point. This is where trust and faith comes in. To believe so much in the wisdom path, the spirit path, that no matter what comes your way, it can be used as the fuel and fodder for your fire of consciousness. Every situation and circumstance is calling you back home to your high self, sourceal self, embodied self. We're here to become fully blended, living at the leading edge, source-powered. There's nothing more delicious than delighting in the beauty of life and celebrating all the gifts of this co-creation. Our eyes seeing the beauty and our ears interpreting the sounds brings it alive. It is through our interaction with it that life takes place and shape. This is the gift of our presence, bringing to life with our senses there's a projection and interpretation of all of life that comes through our own filters, our own mind, our own channel that is showing our belief systems, reflecting our conditioning. Every being is embodying their version of God, your version of God, our version, God essence. Seeing the God in everyone, everything, calls forth their spirit. Do not fall for the front of the personality and conditioning and mistaken that for who they are. See past the walls and veneer. Know that that's just the cover. The divine spark lives in every heart. We can draw that out by shining a light on it. We can also diminish someone's greatness by focusing on the qualities and traits that we most dislike, always reflecting a subconscious pattern in ourselves. Choose wisely. Be aware. It is 100% okay to have preferences, personal desires, likes and dislikes. Sift through and create the version of reality that you want to truly experience and see. Have laser-like focus and attention on what is wanted. Leave the rest. There's no need to push against in order to force or control. Follow the guidance, trust the instincts, and move towards the deeper heart's desires that are calling you back home to the self. Release the limiting thought patterns and belief systems that are keeping you in paralysis, stuck in a state of being stifled by one's own fear. There's much more that you're here to experience, my dear. It's time to start living. Life is waiting for your yes.